What's up, rockers? Vegas Rock Goddess here on the Rocks. Total entertainment coming to you live from somewhere off the Las Vegas Strip. Today, I am interviewing an amazing band. These guys are all over social media, show and tell. This band is out of Phoenix, Arizona. What a great hotbed right now for rock bands. So let's get into it. They are getting in. So we're going to go ahead and let them in. Hello. I love technology. Don't you? Are you guys there?
Okay.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. I'm like,
Awesome.
okay, I see the logo. I don't see anybody. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I was freaking out for just a second there.
Well, welcome to On the Rocks. This show is out of Las Vegas, so we're not too far from each other.
Yeah, there's about an hour difference.
Right, right. So, hey, let's get into it. Let's talk about your band. Because I was just telling the viewers, you guys are all over the socials.
Yeah, I'm trying to be.
You got YouTube, you got TikTok, you got Facebook, you got Bandcamp, you got Spotify. I mean, you guys are hitting all the marks. Instagram too.
Yes, it's there's a different audience for each platform, so
Right.
trying to spread my wings as
And of
much as I
course.
can.
Well, here, let's get into it. Why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about your band and when you guys came together?
So in 2019, it was when I first started the group. It was just me by myself. And I was trying to get people together to, play the style of music, but it's a little difficult in the area that I'm in. Traditional heavy metal isn't, very popular around here, or nor do people really understand exactly what it is. So I tried to find some people. It wasn't working out, so I thought the best thing to do was write a 3-song demo, and that will pretty much show people the exact style and mood of the band and everything. And it worked out. I was able to put, a couple of guys together, and we did a few shows. There's been some lineup changes since then, but it pretty much brought us up to speed today. It's been a while since we released something. It feels good to finally just get this album out there, just start pushing it, and yeah, just advertising as much as I can right now.
Right. And the songs are amazing. Like Tortured by Reality is great. I love that song. You've got Run to the Light, and of course, Heavy Metal. That's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, that's becoming pretty common now. A lot of people are digging the cheesy, corny kind of
Right.
lyrics, the whole mood behind everything.
So, what is your current lineup? Why don't you tell us about the rest of the members in your band?
So right now it's me on guitar and vocals. Um, Second guitar, lead guitar is Daniel Dobbs. Uh, our bass player, Cade Gardner, he's another original member as well as me. And then on drums, we have Mike Thomas. So bad bunch of dudes.
So, you guys are, I mean, have you guys been playing out in the Phoenix area? I've been through there a few times. They've got some pretty cool venues.
Yeah, we just had our CD release in January. The day the album came out on the 26th. But and we have a couple more local dates coming up in, I think, April. Excuse me. But yeah, there's some rad venues here. The kind of tricky thing about us booking shows is promoters sometimes don't know what to do with us. There's, lots of death metal and like thrash metal and stuff. So, I mean, we've been put on bills with like grind bands and stuff like that. And it's fine. I think at everyone's core, they do kind of dig this stuff. But last year, I think it was last year, whenever a classic metal artist comes through, like Vince Neil or Stephen Pearcy or Queensryche, we had the opportunity to play with them. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and you know what? The 80s sound, because you guys are total 80s sound, is really making a comeback in 24. I mean, you could hear that towards the end of last year. I mean,
Mhm.
you're talking about classic rock bands like Bachman Turner Overdrive. You're talking about Foghat. That 70s, 80s sound is definitely coming back. You guys sound great though.
Thank you so much. It's I mean, for all the guys in the band, we all listen to different stuff, but I think just at everyone's core, if you're into heavy metal, this is, the Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, that
Right.
cannot dislike those bands.
And it's not like, I mean, we all know that tribute bands, have been pretty much killing it over the past couple of years since pandemic was over and everybody's kind of getting back to the grind.
Right.
But, being a fan as well, for as long as I have been of the 80s, we want some original material. Okay.
Right.
I mean, we love these cover bands. Don't get me wrong. I have all respect for them. But
Mhm.
you know what? We want some new raw rock material.
100%. You're definitely right about this year. I mean, even middle of last year, I noticed people younger than me, which is starting to make me feel a certain way. But
Don't let it
they're
bother
do
you.
yeah. There's more kids playing heavy metal music now. Like there's, a community. Finally, the generation before me and before them, they're coming up, they're listening to hard rock and heavy metal and starting their own bands and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think that decade of rock for me was really inspiring back then. I mean, like I said, some of the killer bands, I mean, I used to sit in my room and listen to Molly Hatchet and, Ted Nugent,
Yeah.
AC/DC. I mean, these bands really laid the foundation down, you know,
Yes.
and people want to see live music again. Okay. They don't want to hear damn backtracks.
Yeah.
Okay. We can get into that, but that's a whole other show, man.
Yeah,
A
yeah, I
whole
hear
other,
you.
I've covered that with a few people I've interviewed. It's really a sticky subject. But I mean, as far as live music, man, 24 is going to kill it for live music. I mean, what are you guys like up to? Are you guys trying to hop on a tour for the summer? What's happening?
Yeah, that's I mean, we'll see what happens, but I'm just trying to push everything as hard as I can. I think the big thing on everyone's goal list is maybe trying to break out of the States, do something in Europe, something crazy out there. But you know, until someone calls me up, I'm just gonna keep advertising
Right.
as hard as I
Yeah, you
can.
guys keep grinding it because like I said, heavy metal and I call it rock metal of the 80s. Like I said, 24 is going to be all over it, man. You're going to
Yeah.
hear so many bands like yourself hitting the road. I know, money's tight it costs a lot to play out of your area.
Hmm.
And a lot of bands, they're absolutely killer like yourselves, but you're trying to just hop on with some other locals, band maybe just going a little out of state, New Mexico or something like that to play some shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you
That
got to do what you got to do.
that's I mean, we did that last year for some bands in LA. We took got the van, got the funds together. Luckily there was enough in the band account to kind of cover everything, but just that one trip to LA and back, it was not cheap. It was pretty expensive. And in April we're talking about doing something with local bands and maybe hitting different parts of Arizona over a 3-day span. I'm thinking we can maybe all come together and kind of share some of that cost.
Oh yeah, of course. And I mean, the whole thing, like I saw coming in the beginning of last year in 23 was bundling. A lot
Yeah.
of these bands are bundling with other artists so they can share the costs. And they're getting you guys are getting 100% of your merch.
Yeah.
So, it's important to keep grinding on the merch as well.
Yeah. That's we did good at the CD release thing. Pushing merch, new shirts, new designs, new CD, different merch items. Um, yeah, it at the end of the day, hopefully you don't have to dig into that too much, but that's usually the thing, either pulling out of that or pulling out of your own wallet.
Right, for sure. So what are some of your I see you have a guitar right there. Why don't you
Th- th-
show everybody? Is that what you play on stage? Oh yeah,
No,
man.
this is
Killer.
my favorite guitar. No, my I have another one in the other room, the bedroom. But this is probably one of my favorite guitars to play. This is a Dean
Yeah,
Dave
of course.
Mustaine signature, and great guitar, like 11 out of 10. But I think my other main is my Jackson King V in the
Yeah.
bedroom USA. So that's I mean, right there, Dave Mustaine is probably one of my biggest influences for heavy metal.
And he lives in Phoenix.
Yeah, yeah,
I
him and
know, yeah,
David
I know
Ellison.
David Ellison, and Jeff Young, they're friends of mine.
Hmm.
And they play there a lot, you know.
Yeah,
So you never know. The summer's coming up, so there might be a little tour coming through Arizona. I can't talk about that right now. So
I
my lips are sealed.
I think I know what you're saying. I saw the Kings of Thrash thing. Um, Man, that must have been over a year ago, but it was great seeing David Ellison, Jeff Young. They had Chris Poland come out do some stuff. Up
Yes,
Killing is my business.
Chris is
Um,
great.
and I think it's Chris Leon on guitar and
Chaz
vocal.
Leon.
What
Chaz.
is it?
Chaz.
Chaz.
Chaz is amazing. He's killer, dude.
Yeah, he's
I
great.
mean,
He does a great Dave Mustaine.
oh, hey, let's not forget Fred Aching on drums, man. That guy
Yeah,
is a beast.
playing everything from Gar Samuelson to Chuck Baylor, Nick Menza, just all those eras in one.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are great to hang out with. Jeff is amazing.
Yeah.
David, he travels the world,
Hmm.
with his bands. And I mean, he's got a mind for business. That guy's amazing.
Yeah, he's really cool. I've ran into him countless times, and the last time I saw him was we were playing the show at the Marquee Theater in Phoenix or Tempe, and it was the Vince Neil Stephen Piercy show, I'm pretty sure. And he just missed our set. Like we hitting the last note and he came in. But he's a super cool guy. He hangs out by the bar. People come up to him the whole night, and he's not shy or pushing anyone away. And I came up to him. I was like, "Here, free shirt. Take it. Do whatever you want." And the next day, he uploads a picture of himself wearing the shirt.
Yeah, he's super cool that way. I mean, I went to Australia to see them play in Sydney.
Mm,
Believe it or not, they toured like four parts of Australia. They did Melbourne, they did, Sydney, Brisbane. I mean, that country loves heavy
love
metal.
it. Love it.
I was like completely blown away
Hmm.
with that show. It was killer.
That's pretty far from Vegas, going
I
all the way
know.
up there.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great experience. I mean, I would love to go back. The fans there are amazing. I have some great followers that actually live in Sydney, and I got to hook up with them at the show. And yeah, it was great. It was great seeing Jeff and the guys up there. The
Yeah,
fans are, we're talking off the hook.
yeah, but mind's blown.
Oh
It's
yeah,
it's like here in that's the difference between here and out there in Europe and stuff like that. We're pretty spoiled as far as metal music or bands
yeah.
coming through
Well,
town
they
and stuff.
just
We
have, you know what? I mean, going overseas and actually seeing it for myself, They just
Mm-hmm.
have a different mindset.
Right.
I mean,
100%.
they are some of the loyalist
Yes.
fans I have ever seen.
Yeah, that I couldn't have said it better. That is 100% it. And I don't know, everyone here, I guess it's just kind of trendy, right?
Well, no, I wouldn't really even say it's trendy. I don't think it ever went away. I
No.
even during pandemic, I was interviewing bands, metal bands, as they were breaking up and getting back together and everything else. So, I mean, we're in a really good spot in 24 because everybody is out and they're
Yeah.
ready to rock. I mean, rock is not dead, my friend.
No, it never
Oh,
was. Same thing, rock, heavy metal, it was born in the underground.
yeah, for sure. So, what are some of your favorite bands? I know you kind of mentioned a few.
Um, I think a top three right off my head would be Megadeth, number one. That's my metal band at
Yeah,
core.
I think I see a picture of David Ellefson right over there on
Oh
the
yeah,
wall.
my pointing right at yeah, that
Yeah,
I think I was 15 or 16. He did a signing at Guitar Center in Phoenix. I was like, oh, I
yeah.
have to go to that.
He's amazing. So, Megadeth, what else?
I really, really like a lot of newer traditional heavy metal bands. Skullfist and Enforcer. That's
Okay.
another, you know, 80s heavy metal. I love, all of it, but new bands like that, they have also influenced me just as much as all those 80s bands have.
Yeah, it's funny because when I was listening to your music, I totally heard some British metal influence, like Judas Priest, Saxon, bands like that. Really, I mean, you guys have, like I said, that niche, that flavor.
Yeah, and then I think for the band at its core, that's really where it all comes from is Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, just a lot of the bands of the new wave of British heavy metal.
Yeah, and there's so many more. I mean, we
Yeah.
could we could talk for hours about the British invasion of
Yeah, the list
heavy
goes
metal.
on.
Yeah, I mean, Iron Maiden laid the foundation down. Judas Priest. I mean, there's so many more bands. Like I said, Saxon.
Mhm.
You've got Helix. There's so many other bands. Except, I
Yeah,
mean,
oh yeah, I love Accept.
yeah, and I mean, you guys are in a really good group. Of individuals. Like, what's your take on the music business in general? Are you guys on your own label or who's producing?
We're on an independent label, No Remorse Records. They're from Greece.
Okay. So tell
Um,
us a little bit about your relationship with and how that happened.
it was probably one of the coolest days I ever had at work because it was still just me in my band. No, I just came out with the demo, so this is probably like early 2020, and I checked my email, and a couple people had reached out to kind of sign us to a thing, but No Remorse Records definitely was like the winner there. They have bands like Riot City on there. They just added Traveler, another great Canadian band. But I was just so honored that they reached out to me to set something up. So my drummer at the time, he wasn't too psyched on it. He thought it was what we should maybe wait for something else, but I thought it was 100% perfect.
Yeah, I mean, timing is everything. I mean, you have to be careful in this business because there are a lot of companies and management that like to take advantage.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm glad you did your homework with that label.
Yeah, they, just kind of shopping around or asking other people what their experiences are. Um, we have a pretty good deal set up, and I'm satisfied with everything.
Well, great. So tell the viewers a little bit about some future gigs that you guys are playing. You said April is your next
Yeah,
one?
yeah, April in on the west side of town. We're
Okay.
gonna be a band that was out. They haven't really announced anything, but
Oh, okay.
I'll just say it's at the 44 in April,
Okay. Very
and
cool.
it'll be a good time.
Oh, of course. So you've got that one in April. Anything else that you want to talk about as far as announcing shows?
um, we have some stuff kind of floating around right now. Nothing is set in stone yet, but we're
Okay.
talking about doing a little weekend thing for Arizona. Maybe do Phoenix, Tucson, and Kingman. I
Okay.
think that's one just about
Hey, if
100%.
you
Nothing
guys make
announced
it,
yet.
if you guys go to Kingman, hey, hit me up, man. Maybe I'll do a little road trip.
Yeah, I would love to see you.
Yeah. Because
Well,
I have a friend of mine, he's a guitar player. He lives in Kingman.
nice.
So
Then we're also talking about doing another thing. A couple guys from LA, and we're saying doing Phoenix, Vegas, and then LA.
very cool. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, for sure. Because I'll be there. You guys come to town
Yeah.
for sure. Well, hey, why don't you, before I let you go, why don't you tell everybody where your social media lies and where they can find everything about show and tell?
Um, if you go online, you can look up Show and Tell Band, and you can pretty much get everything on there. I think our handle on Instagram is official underscore show underscore and underscore tell. So many words and underscores, stuff like that. Or on Facebook, we're Show and Tell with an N. And yeah, you'll see the link tree there. That'll take you to everything.
Bandcamp as well, right? We'll link you
Yes,
up to everything as well, too.
yes.
Well, it was great talking to you. Thank you so much for coming on. Let's
Thank
keep
you
in
for having me.
touch. So if you have dates that you want me to push, definitely DM me, let me know.
Will do.
And maybe next time we can get the whole band on.
Yeah. I was talking to my bass player yesterday. He's kind of shy guy for interviews, but we'll drag him on next time.
We gotta get him out of that mode. He's got to get ready
Yes,
to interview, man.
100%.
Well, take care, keep grinding, and we'll talk soon.
You got it. I'll see you later.
Thank you. Show and Tell, what a great band from Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona, let me tell you, has got a hotbed for from heavy metal and rock bands. What a great area. Can't wait to follow up with these guys. They've got some new music out. Check it out on Spotify. Show and Tell. This is the Vegas Rock Goddess on the Rocks, total entertainment. Always hit that like button and subscribe to On the Rocks, total entertainment, because you never know who I will be interviewing next.